Hi everyone, it's me. Welcome to the Aligned Enlightenment Show, where we are all religions, all genders. We're the plus size one, we're the skinny one too. Today's topic is meaningful relationships. Number one, I had a dream last night that someone got into a car accident for texting and driving. So if this fell across your FYP page, I highly recommend that you put your phone in your trunk today. Meaningful relationships. Let's get into it. I want to be comfortable. So, everyone take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more time, deep breath in. And out. All right. So, this comes from a place of starting completely over. And kind of being over it, to be honest. Over people, places, and things. Over being mishandled, mistreated. Number one, people are going to do to you what you allow them to do to you. That's a hard pill to swallow. People might argue and say, well, they did this and they took that and they, well, if you think about the formula of successful relationships, number one is time. 2 is patience, understanding, and the knowing that you cannot control what anyone else can do other than yourself. You just gotta roll with the punches. We all have free will, we all have choice. And know that if the choice that you made, you either outgrew or were misled, it's not a situation you gotta stay in. And that applies to all people, places, and things. There's always a way out. And now we have choice. People's choices get distorted because of their emotions. You could be the least presenting emotional individual on this planet and be the most intense emotional person on this planet. We're equipped and bred to overcomplicate emotions. And we expect people to bask in the emotion of our reality. But if you really sit there and think about it, people, places, and things, most of the things that we worry about with people, places, and things are the things that we fear because we can't control them. We've become so consumed by control because people mistake or misinterpret control for power, when in reality, being sovereign and utilizing self-love, self-care, self-nourishment, education, utilizing those things and turning those into power. Now, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, pardon my language. Almost like senses or muscles or eye colors in general. Everyone's interpretation of everything is going to be main character because it's yours. We might sit and have dinner and I absolutely love it and you absolutely hate it. You might bring somebody home and your mom might absolutely, or dad might absolutely love them, and your other parent or aunt absolutely hates them. So, in a culture where oversharing is mandatory for success, or at least we think it is. Oh, guess who I'm dating? Oh, look what he did for me. Oh, this, oh, that. That's become the standard. Almost like taking a picture. But what if we removed all that? You know, the things that you succeed at, or the hair color that you get the most compliments on, or, you know, people that show off their body, or an award, you'll never forget that. You don't even need a picture of that. Or the first day your baby was born. You don't need a picture of those moments because you'll always remember them. Let me take it a step further. You being individual, you being the individual self, a lone person in your mind, irregardless. You don't have to be alone in your house, but you're alone in your mind. You create this experience. Someone could beat you, or talk about you, and then say that they never did it. But in your reality, your mind, you know what happened. But then you could stand next to your sister or your brother or your cousin or that rode the same ride as you and have a different interpretation of what really happened. So how do we deal with that? You vent. Keep a journal. You know. You learn to let go. And know that whatever didn't unalive you made you stronger. I come from a place of no accomplishments being validated, you know, everything like that. And I know there's so many other people like, my mother was there for me too much. My mother wasn't there for me enough. My kids are from HE double hockey sticks, and I don't know, and they're like their father, they're like your mother, but yet they want to take credit when you do something right. Oh, you're just like me. Oh, you're just like me. That's called relatability. And this is why it's so important to keep your stuff to yourself. If you don't know someone's favorite food, favorite color, happy place, favorite accomplishment, there's a list of favorites. Favorite cereal, how well do you really know them? If you have to check a location, if you have to manipulate a situation to keep somebody or create a storyline, are you really living? Are you really living for today, for your full potential? Are you really living? Ask yourself, what was the last thing that I consumed to nourish my mind? The last thing that I consumed to nourish my spirit? People say, I'm so religious. What have you read, or what have you digested, or where did you go to nourish that, to water that seed of religionism, or of art, or of love of animals? You love animals? Well, what did you do for, other animals other than yourself? You love children? What have you done for, that's why I always say, people that sit here and they say, oh, I donated. Well, did you write it off on your taxes? Then that wasn't a true donation. Oh, I have a disabled person working for my company. You know what I'm going to say about that? Why would you even say that to me? Oh, I take leftover food to the homeless all the time that's 2 days expired. Oh, I just donated to the homeless shelter. What did you donate? Oh, I had some food that was, bad in the shop, so it was a couple days old, so I figured I would just go take it there. The most disgusting part about being at the LGBT rehab was the donations are endless. I'm talking about B. Riley in specific. This is the worst part. You go in, you check the dates. All of it's bad. All of it's expired. Fruit, that's another thing. Fruit that's like on its last, ripest, perfect day. Oh yeah, go ahead and donate that. You know what I'm saying? That's wonderful. Clothes, go ahead and donate that. I'm hearing different levels, different doubles. But, like for instance, I walked in there as, I classify myself as a non-binary. I dabble in both genders. If my spirit says it wants to be feminine today, I'm going to be feminine today. And I don't even try to control it. It's not something that I try to do. It's something that just naturally happens. And I love every inch of who I am. I love that for me, and someone will love me for who I am, irregardless, so I don't even care, anymore. I used to, but I'm going to tell you about a quick story real quick. When I went to that rehab, I had nothing. And they have a little place called the Boutique. And they have this transgender who's in charge, who, I don't even want to give this person no credit for their spirit, but you tend to wonder, okay, why is this person in charge of this? Why is this person in charge of this? Well, this person was roommates with somebody who's very jealous of me. And so when I went in there, a lot of people donate makeup. I mean, they have makeup galore. Well, when I went in there, because they were roommates with a person who doesn't like me, they go, oh, you can only have either one foundation, one lipstick, one nail polish, 2 bras, one skirt, 1 pair. So I followed the rules the first time, and my intuition's already telling me what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I've had this problem my whole life. Pretty girl problems, okay? Pretty boy problems, whatever problems you got. And they watch me like a hawk, as if I'm gonna steal from the homeless bin that everybody else donates to. And I didn't get anything. And I went inside and I told somebody, and nobody helped me. One of the techs helped me, Sue. Sue went in there, and I went in there with one of my friends who was African American, and then Sunday comes along, and I noticed that she treated my friend that was African American real funny. And I, like, racism is baby, don't do it around me, because I'm checking you at the gate, boo. Like, those are fighting words to me. You know what I'm saying? Judging someone based off their skin. So I go out, I'm upset. I didn't get anything at all. My African American girlfriend did. I didn't even want anything. She said, girl, why didn't you? I threw it in my purse. I'm like, I don't want anything stolen, and I don't steal, Secondly, that person shouldn't even have that position. Most importantly, when the odds are stacked against you and people are trying to diminish your character, it's a test. Or stop you from stepping into who you are, it's a test. People are meant to make you uncomfortable. It's an inward, outward reflection of who you are. If someone makes you uncomfortable, you might want to go walk up to them and say, how'd you do your hair like that? Whatever it is that makes you uncomfortable, sit and think about it for a day. Why don't I like this person? Is it because of their skin color? Like, really, self? Is it because of their skin color? Or is it because they're prettier than me? You know what? I'm going to get on the computer and ask GPT. There's this person that I really don't like, and this is their characteristics, and you describe the whole thing. You say, how do I handle this situation in a better way? And I guarantee you it's going to say something like, get to know the person. I love when I'm faced with adversity, because it gives me another project. Oh, somebody wants to yell at me? When I was locked up. Oh, somebody wants to act funny with me? Oh, I'm sitting right next to you, honey, with my boots up to here. Oh, no, that's my seat. Those are my mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? If I told you that in the next life, we paid each other in knowledge, and you couldn't see color, you could only see brightness of light based off of how you act and react, how loving you are, how compassionate you are, Think about it like this. Let's say you are writing a book, you're making a painting, you're cooking a dish, you're building a house, right? And you put so much time into it. And then they build a machine to make your work obsolete when you put your whole life into it. Or your look, you did your hair and you got so much praise on it, and then your best friend comes around the corner with the same hairdo or the same shirt or the same whatever, and you're like, oh no, this itch just did not. You know what I mean? Or someone steals something from you that you really cared about. It's all a test. And if you sit without getting revenge long enough, or trying to difficult that person's life, and you try to understand why, don't go out of your way to find out why. If you're spiritual, your spiritual realm's going to handle it. Closing this message, getting to know your people, places, and things, not needing background answers, really knowing your employees and your background answers, valuing each other, valuing yourself most importantly, and giving yourself time. If you're in a relationship or in a friendship or in any of these things, get to know this person better. Date again. If you're trying to get out, call 211. If you're just starting over again, find the beauty in the layers of everything and everyone before you make any type of commitment. Because I'm not calling anybody a friend. I'm not calling anybody a lover. I'm not saying anybody's my cousin, sister, brother's uncle, or whatever, until I know that that person brings value to my life, and it's not financial. I'm talking about with their character, with who they are. And with that, I pass. Ciao.